Welcome to another Friday Ramble, and I've decided to be brave and to come outside. It's the most beautiful morning here in North Dorset. The sun is out, it's quite warm. Sometimes these lovely November mornings are very special indeed. Anyway, I hope you've had a good week. I don't know whether you caught Crawley Song this week. It was from Ely Cathedral and sung by the girl choristers. But at the end of the service they sang the Mark Blatchley piece that I pointed you to last week, which sounded absolutely amazing, and I just reminded again what an amazing, brilliant piece that was. So if you didn't hear it, it's worth listening to anyway. It's lovely repertoire, beautifully sung in a fantastic place. Now, how did you get on with my Quickfire 5 last week? One or two people have been in touch with me and said they were sort of like 4 or 5, but don't know. Anyway, as I said last week, no prizes. But see how you get on. So I've written these down. So question 1 was about Down Ampney, the Gloucestershire village, and the answer was Rafe Vaughan Williams, who was born in Down Ampney. His dad was the rector of the village, and the lovely hymn tune that he wrote for Come Down O Love Divine, he called it Down Ampney. So well done if you got that one right. Number 2, how many cathedral organs can you memorise or remember that have 5 manuals? The 3 that I know are St Paul's Cathedral, Liverpool Anglican Cathedral, that enormous edifice up there, and the 3rd one is Westminster Abbey. And somebody did point out to me that that's not a cathedral, but you know, just bending the rules slightly. So St Paul's, Liverpool, Westminster Abbey. Number 3, the 3 Herberts at Gloucester are Messrs Brewer, Sumption and Howells. Okay. Who was the patron of the arts, dean, cleric, who commissioned all those wonderful musical pieces and all that artwork, John Piper tapestries, the Henry Moore sculptures? It was, of course, Walter Hussey, who was the vicar of St Matthew's, Northampton, and then went to be dean of Chichester Cathedral. And the final one, where do you find a pelican in church music? Well, the answer to that is in one of those commissions I've just mentioned. Gerald Finsley's Lo, the Full Final Sacrifice. Halfway through there's that wonderful baritone solo that starts, "Oh, soft, self-wounding pelican." So there you go. So that was last week. Here are 5 more for this week, all slightly crazy, a lot of fun. Okay, so number 1 is this. Who is the patron saint of music? Who's the patron saint of music? That's an easy one. Can you spell it? Number 2 is related to number 1. If you know who the patron saint is, you probably know which day the feast is celebrated on. And if you know that, the question 2 is this. Which famous English composer was born on that feast day, on the feast day of the patron saint of music? Very, very well-known English composer. I'll give you one clue, 20th century. Okay, question number 3. Who was the first organist of Guildford Cathedral? When it was consecrated in 1961, he had the task of starting the first cathedral choir there and building it up into an international reputation. When you know the answer, you'll see there's a Swanage connection. Very tentative, but there is. Here's a silly one, question 4. Which composer, and we're going back a while here, which composer cut off the pigtails of a fellow chorister in a choir practice once, just for a joke? Who was that? And finally, for you cathedral buffs, how many cathedrals can you name beginning with the letter B? How many English cathedrals can you name? Or English, no, I should say in the UK, not England, in the UK, starting with the letter B. Good luck. Answers next week. No prizes. All right. So for today's suggestion of music to listen to, something I was reminded of the other day, a real little gem, something I'd forgotten, a piece I'd forgotten about. It's by a composer called Colin Mawby, M-A-W-B-Y, who was for years and years associated with Westminster Cathedral. He studied at Westminster Cathedral. I think he was a sort of organ scholar type person. He was assistant director of music there, and then he was the organist and director of music for about 20 years and established the reputation that we know today of this wonderful choir, although sadly there are some issues currently going on with the funding of that choir. So he's very much associated with Catholic church music, and he wrote lots and lots of music, masses, motets, all sorts of things. But this one short communion motet, Ave Verum, is the piece that I want to recommend to you today. It's a real beauty, very sort of small and intimate, with some really lush harmonies, and it gets quite intense in the middle, and then it relaxes again afterwards. But it's so very, very beautiful indeed, and such a charming piece to listen to and a charming piece to sing. Again, it's not very hard, but enormously effective. So that's Ave Verum Corpus by Colin Morby, and I'm going to give you links to two performances. One, first of all, which is slightly easier to hear, with the choir of the Metropolitan Cathedral in Liverpool, Catholic cathedral there, who perform it beautifully. And then I found on YouTube as well a performance given by Westminster Cathedral Choir back in about 2012, I think, and actually Colin Morby himself is conducting. It's long after he left, but he is conducting this piece, and I think it's coming from a concert in Rome, something like that. Sadly, Colin died last year at a venerable age, but his contribution to church music is immense, and if you don't know this piece, have a listen. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Okay, so it breaks my heart to leave this lovely sunshine here, and I hope I haven't been squinting too much, but I need to go downstairs now just to do some vocal warm-ups with you. So see you in a minute. Right, here we are, ready to sing. So as ever, just think about your posture. If you're sitting down, nice and relaxed. If you're standing, the same. Just don't lock your knees, shoulders down, really relaxed, okay? So let's just start off with one of our sirens. Try a bit higher. Just try and keep the sound even all the way through. When you get to the break in your voice, just try and be natural in covering that. Good, so that's a little warm up first of all. And then maybe, shall we just try to me in C major, just going me, 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 me. Off you go. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. And we change to mommy. Mommy, 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 mom. 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 Good, all right, and let's just try some triads. Let's start in D major. Lift that soft palate, nice and bright, sparkly eyes. Ready, go. Keep that bright. And supported. Keep the soft palate open. Keep going. One more. Good. And one more, just for a bit of vocal dexterity this morning. We've done this, but a long time ago, I think. The three things we use when we're singing are lips, our tongue, and our teeth. So, little tongue twister. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. Okay? Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. So we're going to go down a scale going lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, 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 lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. I'm not very good at that. Next one. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, lips, teeth, tick 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 of the tongue, lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, lips, teeth, tick of the tongue. I'm really terrible at that. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, 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 lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, 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 lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. I was pretty terrible at that, but if it gave you a laugh, there we go. Lips, teeth, tip of the tongue. Red leather, yellow leather. Not very good. Anyway, I hope that helped. Just gave you a little smile, got you going. So I hope you have a good week. It's great news that there might be a bit of light at the end of the tunnel with this vaccine, but we shall see how it goes. But in the meantime, stay safe and hopefully we'll see you again soon.